Hi, how are you?
I'm doing exceptionally well. Everything is in place, no complaints. So, what about you? How have you been?
I am also good. So, can you introduce yourself as we are meeting for the very first time?
Yes, why not? My name is Shweta and I hail from Delhi. And if I talk about my hobbies, so listening to music and reading books and learning new skills is my hobby. And apart from that, if I talk about my profession, so I have been tutoring to students for past 2 decades. So this
Okay.
is pretty much about me. Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you for
happy to
giving.
hear about you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Pallavi Dhingra, and I'm an English communication coach. I have been helping students level up their communication as well as their confidence level for over 10 years. And I'm from Delhi. About my educational qualification, I'm postgraduate in English as well as TEFL TESOL certified trainer. And I really love to connect with people, so I'm connecting with you.
Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Yeah.
All right. So as you mentioned, like you teach the students. So what do you teach and like what's your strategy of teaching?
So like earlier, I was teaching to elder students like who were in grade ninth and 10th. I was teaching them maths.
Okay.
And till 8th, I was teaching all subjects. And since 2 to 3 years, it's been I'm teaching junior students, primary level students.
Okay. All right. So very nice. So you take all the subjects or only English?
No, I take all subjects. I teach them all subjects. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it really needs a lot of courage to teach the kids.
Yes, yes, but now it becomes, a piece of cake for me. I have been teaching for a long time. So it's like I miss something if I don't take class on any day. And yeah, so it becomes my second nature, you can say.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yes, if we do something over a period of time, we really wanted to do it over and over. That is so true. I do agree with that. All right. So,
Yes.
as if you teach the young
So,
kids, so yeah, you were saying
yes,
something.
yeah. So I was asking you whether you take online classes or offline classes.
I only take online classes. I don't teach offline.
Fine. So do you take English only as you
Yeah,
are
I teach
better?
only English. Yeah, none of the other
Right.
subject. I teach only English.
Right, right. Okay,
All right.
good to
So
hear.
I teach generally the students, like 80% of my students are outside India and 20% are from India. Before Corona, it is 100% outside India because then there was no concept of online teaching in India and online learning as well. So, but after Corona, I do have students from India, and rather, I have seen like people even from India, from our country, they love to connect online because it saves your travel time. You get one-to-one attention as well. So, and rather, I find it more convenient because when the students are outside India, their time due to the time difference. So, I am comfortable with the odd timings actually. Because at that time I'm a bit free in regular Indian timings. Like I also have so many household chores to do as well as my kids. Everything keeps on going. But during odd hours, I am available. So I really love to teach. Some people say, "Oh, I really don't like odd hours," but I love to teach in odd hours.
Okay, good to know, ma'am. Because teaching always keep us engaging, and we always we cannot be free. We cannot sit free. In fact,
Yeah,
because it's we feel pleasure when we teach, and yeah. So
yeah.
yes.
That you are saying it absolutely right. So as you teach, so do you find like do you face any like challenge to teach the kids or how do you like face the challenges?
Uh, Ma'am, yes. Actually, I was teaching to class 9, 10th, till class 10th. So I faced a lot of challenges. Their behavioral issues and they were not learning all the subjects like social studies, science, and all that. And I kept on asking them repeatedly, like, you have to, because my duty is to make you understand the chapter and understand the concept, but ultimately you have to put your heart and soul to learn it. So but students nowadays, they are not going to listen anything. And so that's why I stopped teaching to elder ones, and I shifted completely to junior students. Then somewhere uh, down the line, I found that I'm just wasting my talent, and I'm wasting my knowledge. And because uh, my uh, my caliber is something else, and what I am doing. So that always, I would say, pinched me, or it hurt me a lot, that this is not my level. But still, then I thought, why not to brush up myself also, because being belong to a commerce student. And I because in when you pursue commerce subject, then from grade after grade 12th, you don't learn English as a subject. There
Right.
is no English. Yeah. So I was totally not in touch with this subject. So I thought, why not to gain the knowledge of this subject and excel in this subject, basically. So I started working on it, and yes, I started speaking with teachers, with the sorry parents, whomsoever inquiries I was getting, I was trying to answer them and respond them. But later on, then I realized that I'm facing a lot of issues, and I'm struggling when I have to hold long conversation with the parents and someone else. So then I got to know that I need to work on my English, and basically on spoken English, because writing, reading, and vocabulary, this was not the challenge for me. The challenge was spoken English only. So I started working on that, and now I'm in front of you. So, and
Wow.
it's
So how
been
did you improve your spoken English?
uh, I just started practicing with co-learners, and with whomsoever I got connected with, and whosoever wanted to talk to me, then I started talking with them in that way only, by making
Okay, so you
conversations.
feel like conversations really help you to improve yourself.
Yes, yes, really. Yeah.
So apart from conversations, do you do anything else also to improve you?
Yes, ma'am. I do listening activities. Then I practice writing as well, reading as well. So yeah, I do all the four aspects of learning English: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Everything.
That's really wonderful. So I'm just asking specifically for spoken part, only conversations helped you?
Not only conversation, as I told you that I'm into reading also, and I'm into writing as well. So I'm working on all four aspects. So then you can assume that it is a collective efforts of each and every aspect. Because of that, I'm refining my skill.
Okay, so how do you give your time? Like what all things you do for each aspect?
Uh, I read regularly, whether it is like book or physical book, or maybe it may be from digital mode, or otherwise I do speaking activities when I talk with any co-learners or anyone, because I get a lot of inquiries from parents as well, so I have to talk with them also. And my mode of teaching is also English. So yes, in that way, I have created that kind of environment around me. So children also talk with me in English only. So yes, so in that way we are practicing. Apart from that, writing is always there. When you are a tutor, then you have to write a
Yeah,
lot. So
that's
you can
true.
assume. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So how much time does it take for you to improve and reach the level you are in?
It took me around 4 months.
Okay, 4 months of consistent practice.
Yeah, 4 months of consistent practice brings me here. Right.
Right, that's really good that you're consistent because consistency is very important no matter whatever you do. That is so true.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, consistency beats intensity, and it doesn't matter like how much passionate you are till you don't give your 100%. You need to have that kind of burning desire in yourself that you have to show up on regular basis, uh,
That's true.
whether you are in a good mood or not, or whatever will be the circumstances, but you need to show up. Yeah, so that's the thing.
That's correct. All right. So, how about your vocabulary? Do you believe in learning vocabulary, or you feel with basic things also you are good at?
No, ma'am, I do learn vocabulary as well, because although we are not using those advanced vocabulary in normal conversation or day to day in regular in real life also, but at least we should know those vocabulary, so that whenever anyone is speaking in front of us, so we get to know what that person is wants to tell us. So at least we should comprehend those things. That's why I'm learning advanced vocabulary as well. So phrasal verb, advanced vocabulary, idioms, and all. I'm working on all aspects.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So, do you feel when you learn, you actually use them, or you feel like something it happens? Many people they learn, but they feel when it's the real time to use, they don't get it. So, does it happen with you, or like how do you do that?
Sometimes it happens because when we don't use those set of words, and we are, learning them, in spite of repeated learning, we are still not using them. But what I felt that if I started using them, it becomes my second nature, and I start using them, like I would say intentionally, and yeah. So I sometimes I deliberately use those vocabularies so that it becomes a part of my speech only.
Yeah, that's true. Because otherwise, if we are not using it deliberately, then we don't remember it at the right moment where it is required.
Yes, 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 ma'am. So at the
Mhm.
drop of hat, I started using whenever I get chance, and in that way, I'm brushing up my skills. Yeah.
Okay, very
I
nice.
would
I'm
like to
happy
know
to
about
hear.
your journey as well, how you started your spoken English journey and all that.
Yeah, see, I tell you, I started long back, though I was good in grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, but I'm not into speaking. I feel I can do everything in the world, but I cannot speak in front of anybody. It takes me a lot of nerves to get the courage that I started speaking. So I tried a lot. Like the day I said, yes, today I will speak up, but then also it didn't work. And then I made it as a thumb rule in my life like anything I try in my life, I make sure to put in at least 10 times before saying no to it. So if suppose I try for first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, it doesn't work, then also I will not say no. I will just keep on trying until I try for 10 times. So this is the strategy I follow. You know, when you grew up, you get to learn a lot of things in your surroundings. So I followed this strategy and now I feel anything I try in my life, I'm able to do that, not just spoken English, just because I make sure that I should not say I'm failing. I should not say that I'm not learning. I should keep on trying at least 10 times. And believe me, within the third or fourth time, you will be able to achieve your goal. You don't have to even wait for the 10th time to come. So from there, I just start speaking in front of in front of the people, and then I started teaching with IELTS, and that after that it keeps on going. Now I teach full time, though then also I believe in practicing, because I believe if we are not practicing we can lose the touch of it, base of it. So we need to practice, because if I am teaching means I'm the role model for somebody, they want to follow me, so I should be perfect, I should portray myself the best. So I even do practice till date by standing in front of the mirror. I do record myself. I look if I check myself if I'm doing the things right. And even I do learn. I learn a lot every day.
Yes, absolutely true, ma'am. I can resonate with you because, as you know, as I shared with you that I have been teaching to young students. So I thought, why not to, try my hands in spoken English as well. And like it's been 5 to 6 months I am in regular practice. What I feel that if I am not in constant, not in touch with this language, even for 2 or 3 days, somewhere I lose that grip. So I need to be in constant practice because when you are in flow, when you continuously you are speaking in this language, then it becomes easy for you. It becomes, you don't need to put any extra efforts for it, and it automatically comes on your tongue, or you don't need to just push your mouth muscles. So yes, that's why we need to do constant practices, then only we will get the desired results. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. You said. All right. So I really enjoy talking to you and I love to listen to you. It was a really great conversation.
Yes, ma'am. Same here. Feelings are mutual, and love to connect with you one more time. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you so
sure.
much for
Okay.
inviting me.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye bye.